I've exclusively lived on blueberries today. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a video producer for NYT Cooking, and this is a blueberry muffin showdown. In my head, I have this vision of like Street Fighter graphics coming across the screen, putting these muffins head to head. So what is a blueberry muffin? What is a blueberry muffin? What is a blueberry muffin showdown? So the origins of this video date back to the 1980s when the New York Times published a recipe for the Ritz-Carlton's famous blueberry muffin. These were fan favorites, readers' favorites. A lot of people cooked these and wrote in that they were some of the best blueberry muffins they'd ever made. But one reader wrote in and was just like, wait. I'm gonna let you finish, but actually Jordan Marsh's has the best blueberry muffins of all time. And so was born the great blueberry muffin debate of the 1980s. And it continues to this day. Yeah, I figured it's 2020, this has gone on long enough. Let's settle it here, now, today, in my kitchen. Put these hotel department store muffins head to head and see which one deserves to be the best. Yeah, buckle up, here we go. Blueberry, buckle up. So I've got all my ingredients measured out for both batches. The Ritz-Carlton has much less sugar to flour, whereas Jordan Marsh's are gonna be a lot sweeter, which I'm, to be honest, excited about. These make a significantly larger batch, which is another reason that I'm surprised by the quantity of sugar. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with the Ritz-Carltons. All right, so this recipe couldn't be easier. It all happens in this one bowl. The biggest call out is not to overmix it. If you overmix your batter, it can make your muffins tough, and that is just not what we're here for. You want to whisk together your eggs and break up those yolks before you add them. Again, that will help prevent you from overworking your batter to incorporate the eggs later on. Milk, melted butter, but like cooled because we don't want to cook those eggs. And this is where we're going to be careful and mix it all together until it's just mixed. There are still some dry spots, but that's a good thing, and it's okay to see that because now I'm adding the blueberries. And by the time the blueberries are all folded in, all those dry spots should also be incorporated, and we haven't, hopefully, overmixed the batter. Now, I really like to use a cookie scoop to portion out cupcakes or muffins. I feel like you get an even scoop each time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So as we get into this, I do think we need to talk about the idea of like what a muffin even is. Is a muffin a snack? Is it a dessert? Is it a breakfast food? Is a muffin just a cupcake without frosting? And I sort of think that muffins are all of these things, and they can be all of these things, and you sort of have to look deep down inside yourself and decide what you need a muffin to be, and then find a recipe that sort of fits that. To me, I always think of muffins as fitting into the category of a snacking cake. Not overly sweet, not overly indulgent, nothing like a huge slice of a birthday cake, but it's something you can kind of pick up with your hands. It's just like a snacking cake. And so that's what I'm looking for between these two recipes. Okay, so Jordan Marsh's recipe. These are a little bit more involved. I'm starting by mixing together the dry ingredients and then creaming together the butter and sugar. Here I'm adding the eggs one at a time. And then the vanilla. And then you want to alternate adding the dry and the wet, which is just milk. And at this point, again, I am going to be mindful about overmixing. It's once you add that flour that you want to start being careful about overworking a batter. About half a cup of your blueberries, and mash them with a fork before adding them to the batter. Just kind of go in there with a fork and just kind of mash them. And I'll probably even use the beaters to sort of help break these up even more. Now we've got sort of a purple tint throughout, which is really nice, and then we'll fold in the rest of the blueberries. And this will be a little bit more gentle with. Okay, wow, yeah. This batter is so much lighter or soupier or softer than the Ritz-Carlton's. This feels a lot more like a cake batter, where the other one felt closer to like a dough. So both of these recipes suggest sprinkling the tops with sugar, which has my full support. But the one liberty I am taking is I'm using this coarser ground Demerara sugar, or you could use sugar in the raw. It just adds even more texture to that muffin top. It caramelizes really nicely. And if we're honest, we're all just here for the muffin tops, so I think this just makes them even better. We did it. We have our two blueberry muffins. And yeah, they were very different processes, different techniques. Like this one came together in like 30 seconds in one bowl, nothing really to it. And then this one took a little bit longer, still pretty simple, pretty easy. And they feel and they look different. All that's left to do is to taste them and see what we think. The Ritz-Carlton. It's pretty dense, honestly. It is beautiful. Like the way that the berries definitely stayed suspended in this muffin. But let's cut into it. Oh, beautiful. You can see it's very firm, but I think in a good way. Like a muffin can be this. Jordan Marsh. It doesn't have as craggly of a top. It's definitely a lighter muffin. Yeah, I think you can already tell this is like quite a bit lighter. Oof. All right, Ritz-Carlton, here we go. I thought I wasn't gonna like this one, if I'm being totally honest. And it feels like it's really about the blueberries. There's a ton of blueberries in this. I mean, if you're gonna have a blueberry muffin, have a blueberry muffin. It's not too sweet, but it's still moist. It still has like really good flavor. I would have this for breakfast. I do wish it had a little bit more going on. Jordan Marsh's. Oh man. Uh-oh. So I love sugar. This is definitely way sweeter. The sweetness helps the blueberries. Wow, I really like this muffin. I think this has like fewer blueberries in it, but the flavor is stronger because of that sweetness and because we mashed and swirled those extra blueberries throughout the batter. So in every bite, you're getting this like blueberry essence, which is really nice. I kind of think that the Ritz-Carlton is one that I want to like take on a hike. And I don't hike, but like if I was going to a hike and I wanted a muffin snack for halfway through the hike, like this is the one has that like breakfasty energy providing vibe to it. This is the one I want every day at any time. This is like the snacking cake. If I had to pick, I'm probably gonna go with Jordan Marsh's because all I'm really looking for in life is an excuse to have dessert for breakfast, and this gets me the closest to that.